All right, just a quick video this afternoon. Didn't do a live stream tonight. Wasn't that many big lines that were popping up. No need to go live is pretty much it. If there are lines that I want to chase, I will go live. It's pretty much that. If I think it's worth going live, worthwhile for you guys to be there, I'll go live. It's pretty much going to be my approach. So going to be a quick video. But that allowed me to have some time to make this video, a video that I've been wanting to make for quite a while now. It's going to be showing you guys kind of the long-term profit approach strategy. And it's just a basic strategy, but I think it's a good watch. And if you see yourself slipping, PrizePicks wise, it's going to be a good resource to kind of come back to. So yes, all the bets from NHL, they got bumped or taken off the board, which it was pretty awesome to see, like, all the lines that we were on today get like bumped up in the correct way, which was awesome to see. Like Seth Jarvis is up to -165 now. Awesome. Kevin Hayes still at -165. Anders Lee, which was kind of just like a flyer, -150 now. So we have some good numbers on the NHL ones. So with that, let's just go ahead and get into some NBA bets. NBA wise, they're definitely being tighter with their lines right now. And the issue that I have right now is that I saw Giannis pulling in some prop lines. And so that makes me wonder if Giannis is going to be active. If he is active, that kind of changes the whole dynamic of the game and the props. So to me, I don't think we can make a prop on that Miami or Milwaukee game right now, because obviously Giannis, a star player, changes both the offense and defense makeup of that whole game. So to me, I was kind of liking Drew Holiday earlier today. Probably just can't touch him right now. And like in this situation, if Giannis were to play, someone like Grayson Allen would probably bet the under. Someone like Drew, he can still get there, but we would probably bet the under as well. So it's kind of a risk-reward based thing, but if Giannis were to play, currently a game time decision, right before I went live, right before I started recording this video, saw that he was getting some prop projections. And right now, I'm not seeing any news on him being active or inactive. Okay, so yeah, I think if we were to, I think we would bet the unders for some of the Bucks players, and that'd be Drew and that would be Allen. And obviously, they're bumped up because Giannis was expected to sit, and now they get a tough matchup. And with Giannis potentially, like, we can see the appeal to that. So that is an approach that you could potentially go with today if you wanted to. And then just looking at the board, like, we still aren't getting like great props based off of the board right now. And it's kind of crazy. Okay, so like literally all the good odd bets that we're getting, the projections are very tight. So that tells me this is probably a day that we want to stay away. Devin Booker, really we got to question the minutes. Are the minutes going to be there for him? Because lately they haven't been, obviously, with the injury. Now he is projected to get his full allotment of minutes. If he does get his full allotment of minutes, he could get over 4.5 rebounds. We can see he averages 4.5 rebounds. A slight increase in minutes, 34.5 to 34.8 would suggest that he'd be able to get over. The opponent is going to be the reason why they give up a little bit more rebounds, so thus his projections a little bit higher, but still not an elite bet. Grayson Allen, we probably could bet the under here as well. Probably would be the move here. He's someone that can shoot some threes. It's not a lock though that he goes off if Giannis is out, right? So he could still be out, and Grayson could still have a poor night shooting because there's other players that can, produce. That could be Pat Connaughton, who's currently a game time decision. That could also change the dynamic of that prop for Grayson Allen. But Joe Ingles is going to be active. He's kind of been someone that's been stepping up into a bigger role. So I could see the line in which maybe we make that bet. Now moving on from there, I don't really like any of the under bets either because, well, all the projections are suggesting that the over is going to hit. So that's another spot in which we're probably staying away from. Now, I would love to do Mikal Bridges over points. The average sportsbook line has it set at 20.5, and they're also favoring the over. PrizePicks has it set at 20 right now. Still not one that I think we should chase, though, because the projections have it set at 18.6. Now, yes, that's going to be because a lot of his projections are coming from his time with the Suns. Obviously, he's with the Brooklyn Nets now, so it does change the dynamic of it, and that's kind of the issue that we're having today. Do you want to call this? I think there's a path in which we could do points, rebounds, and assists for Jordan Poole, and I think that's going to be the approach to go with. Remember, we were kind of hammering this for a while, and on the live stream yesterday, a lot of people were asking about, hey, should we do Jordan Poole over points and assists? I was like, probably not. Let's not do that right now. He was just due for a bad game, right? Had been way too productive for too long. So now we know he's going to get that slight bump in minutes just with Curry and with Wiggins off the court. He definitely gets the most minutes, and he does average 28.9 points per 36 with them off the court. Having projected to get right around 35 minutes here. But he also averages 4.9 assists. So he can almost get to this projection almost in his points. Yeah, on a few more assists, I don't mind that. but not a lock and load. Like, it does kind of feel like we're forcing it there, but still a decent bet. So this is my long way of saying I think the approach that we want to go with today is going to be the same thing that we wanted to do yesterday, is that it doesn't seem like they've caught up projection wise. So here we go. Let's get into some projections. And I'm actually curious as to your guys' thoughts for Russell Westbrook tonight, because to me, and let's see how many minutes I haven't projected to get, 29 minutes. Can he get there in 29 minutes? I don't know. It just feels like a low number. It kind of feels like he's going to go off to me. In that same game, though, you have Mason Plumlee probably going to get more minutes as well. So very interesting there to me. Let's just look at this. So Quentin Grimes, it's like he is Aaron Naismith. Okay. Quentin Grimes just always projects well. And my goodness, PGA DFS wise, guys, I got a big sweat going. A player that I need to make a birdie on 18, almost just hold out for Albatross. So he's going to get an eagle, make the cut. That is awesome. And that's partially why I didn't want to go full live today either. It's just they got a good cut sweat going. Oh, that's all. And so, yeah, I don't know if we want to play Quentin Grimes. You can, like I said, it's like Aaron Naismith. He ended up hitting yesterday, but it's just not someone that you trust consistently. Now, this one with PJ Washington, it is one that seems a little bit, I don't really get it. Let's just put it that way. He is someone that has stepped up into a bigger, better role with Mason Plumlee not there. And so, like, it just seems like too low of a number to me, right? And like he's been super productive, like not even close. And sure, matchup with Minnesota, Rudy Gobert potentially, but also, you know, Mark Williams is probably going to get that matchup. Maybe Mark Williams gets into some foul trouble, which thrusts Washington into that 5 position and thus maybe gets a few more rebounds. Okay, like, and he's been getting there in softer matchups, like in theory, and we can see on paper, right, from the projections that this is a bet that we should be chasing. So I do like that one. I already kind of mentioned my thoughts on the Miami game. Caleb Martin probably staying away from. I don't mind DeMar DeRozan. Don't mind Torrey Craig. These are fine ones. Cam Johnson, you know, more times than not, I think while he is there in Brooklyn, he's going to get that over. But at the same time, I think there's going to be a little bit of a feeling out session going on, you know, where one day it's going to be Dinwiddie, one day it's going to be Bridges, one day it's going to be Claxton, one day it's going to be Cam Johnson. We don't know the chemistry of that team just yet, so probably just a stay away. And then let's flip it around here. This one is very interesting, and I was so shocked that we were getting it this morning. Ant-Man under fantasy points. And it's one in which we could potentially stack. Rudy Gobert as well. I'm probably staying away from that one, although it does seem pretty high as well. Probably going to have a highly productive day, right? Against Charlotte, but at the same time, a high number. So let's just pull up those two. And this is a little tiny game stack you could potentially do if you wanted to. So they have Anthony Edwards projected to go off. 47 seems like a lot for him. And like, even if we pull it up here on DraftKings as well, it's going to suggest the same thing. Like, DraftKings wise been a little bit more productive, and we can see like PrizePicks and DraftKings have different scoring for fantasy points. And so I guess I don't get the number. I know it's a matchup with Charlotte. It's an appealing matchup, but last time out against Charlotte didn't really go off. You know, so just an interesting line that we're getting there. And so for me, if I had to, like, my two favorite bets would be Edwards under and PJ Washington over. And then real quick, let's see if we got any other good lines. We aren't. Okay, so like we can kind of see we were getting a lot of good numbers for the overs, and maybe you guys couldn't see that because I didn't have it zoomed out enough. But here's the edge. So like we were getting a lot of good numbers for the overs. We're not getting that many for the unders. Okay, and that's the biggest thing. So let me just sort this again. We can see the overs here are a lot more appealing today. But I think that's going to be the best approach to go with today for fantasy basketball. And for what it's worth, this is the best college basketball prop that we're getting. Over 4.5 rebounds here, minus 145. Best line that we're getting. Figured I might as well give it to you guys. All right, that's all for tonight's video. Hopefully we have a good slate. Good luck to you guys tonight. And as always, let's keep cashing.